Greetings, fellow parents, fellow Jews, fellow heroes in this extraordinary struggle. It's a Jewish struggle, it's an Israeli struggle, it's a Zionist struggle, and it's a civilizational struggle. My name is Gil Troy, and I'm sitting here living this anomaly. I'm sitting in my backyard in Jerusalem on a December day, unlike in Canada, in the US where I grew up. The sun is shining. I feel safe. I feel calm on a certain level because our kids are defending us. And I am so grateful to every single one of you, to every single one of your children, and to every single one of my kids. I have a son, Yoni, who's up north. He just got married 3 weeks ago, and when somebody said to him, "Oh, you just got married, where are you living?" he said, "On the Lebanese border." I have a son, Aviv, who's in Duvdevana Commando Unit. They just lost 2 of their buddies last night, and they're in Mishor Damim, and they're in the territories. Some of them are back and forth between Gaza. I have a daughter who's in an intelligence base. We have 2 other significant others who are part of our family, one serving on the Golan, one serving in an intelligence base on the Gaza border. We have skin in the game. My kids have endured more loss on that one day, October 7th, than I have in my entire lifetime. We've been to these funerals of these beautiful, beautiful young souls, these amazing worlds created by you with such love, such values, such vision. And with all the heartbreak, with all the unfathomable price that we've paid, and unfortunately we continue to pay, I just want you to know there's nowhere else I'd rather be than right here. Because every day, while I endure the suffering, while I endure the heartbreak, while I endure the worrying, while I endure the pain, I also get a kick in my Zionist adrenals. It's not just the fact that we are living here with all the loss. The overwhelming majority of us, 9.3 million Jews and non-Jews, living here safely, proudly, freely, in this one Jewish democracy, in this island of hate, in this island of chaos. It goes much deeper. October 7th got us thinking in historic terms. The craziness of October 8th, 9th, 10th, in my world, the university world, the Ivy Leagues that I worshipped, has us realizing that this Jew hatred that we thought ended with Auschwitz only continues. And what I saw on what I call October 7.2, October 7th was the horrific attack. October 7.2 was within minutes. So many of us and so many of our young people, so many of your kids were scrambling, fighting, defending this country. On that day, the politicians failed. On that day, the army temporarily failed. But on that day, Israel survived because our kids stood up. Our kids succeeded. And that shifted the conversation from Holocaust, from pogrom, from anti-Semitism, from centuries of Jewish suffering to a Zionist tale. Zionism, my friends, as you well know, is not always a happy story. It's not a Disney story of just blue and white flowers and Hava Nagila. It's a story of occasionally enduring 2,700 losses on Yom Kippur, our holiest day. 6,000, 1% of our people dying during the 1948-1949 war. But it's also a story of not just fighting back, not just resisting, but dreaming, building, and redeeming. And that's why we, this cult of life, will win. We, this cult of life, will rebuild. We, this cult of life, will welcome most of our kids home. And I want to have a special bracha, a special blessing for those of you who don't live in Israel. Because for those of us who live in Israel and who get to see our kids on a regular basis as they come in and out, dirty, tired, sometimes wanting to talk, sometimes not wanting to even process what they've endured, what they've witnessed, we at least get to see them more frequently. For you to sit over there and to imagine what's going on over here also takes a tremendous spiritual power. So I send you hugs. I send, of course, my fellow Israelis hugs. And I send that next generation, that extraordinary generation. And by the way, that generation starts at 18 and goes all the way up to 50, 52, 55 they're fighting. Thank you. Toda rabah. Am Yisrael Chai.